Okay, so this is King's Race, and the objective of the game is to be the first player to make it to King's Landing and acquire the throne. So I've sped it up a little bit, but each player has to pick a dragon, which represents their character and their pawn that they're going to use. And next, each player rolls a dice, and the person that rolls the highest number is going to be the person who goes first. And then it's just going to go in clockwise order after that. So say I rolled the highest number, so I'm going to go first, and I'm going to roll the die. So I got a 6, so I'm going to move 6 spaces. And I landed on a 2, and the numbers on the tiles represent points because you need to get a certain number of points to make it to each location and complete a challenge. So I have 2 points. The next player is going to roll. I'm going to act as that player, and they're going to move 3 spots, so they get 4 points. So to speed it up a little bit, let's say I get 10 points, so that means I get to move to Dorne. So once I'm in Dorne, I'm going to complete a certain challenge, and the challenge in Dorne is to kill the House of Martell by completing a maze in less than 1 minute, and so there's going to be a maze included within the game, and the player is going to have to move through that maze in less than 1 minute. So say I do complete that, and I get through the maze in less than 1 minute, so I can move from Dorne back onto the tiles and keep rolling until I get through each location, which is each going to have a different challenge. So the objective is you have to get to each location on the game board before being able to make it to King's Landing. And you have to also win each challenge, and if you don't win, then you have to track back through the board and go back to each location. So you have a few options. So say I didn't win at Dorne, so I can go back on the board and do a full rotation back around, or I can head to a different location. It's all just up to the player. So, after each location has been visited and the challenge has been won, the player is just going to keep rolling until so I roll 4 and say I'm standing here. So I have to roll the perfect amount in order to get onto the King's Landing. So say I roll again, and I get a 6. So I'm just going to stay there because I have to get a 1. So you have to roll the perfect amount in order to get onto King's Landing, and once you get onto King's Landing, you have acquired the throne and won the game. And also, another thing I forgot to mention, so if you roll the dice, and let's say, okay, so 6 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I land on a GM space. You're going to pick up a challenge card, and this one says that the dragons from Meereen have escaped, and that it has tarnished my ability to move forward. So you have to move back 4 spaces. So you just have to move back 4 spaces. So each challenge card is going to have a different activity or punishment, or maybe you're going to get points. It just depends on what you pick. So you just follow the instructions on those cards, and that is basically the cards. So essentially, let's just keep playing. So I'm going to roll a 1. So I land on a 4. I get 4 more points. So Dorne is 10 points. Winterfell is 15 points. So I'm going to have to roll another 15 points to get to Winterfell and complete the challenge. So I'm going to keep rolling. And I get a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's a challenge card. Let's say I pick up a challenge card that says you've been awarded 15 points. So then I get to move automatically to Winterfell and complete the challenge, which is beat Robb Stark's army by rock, paper, scissors with the person sitting to your left. And if the person sitting to your left beats you, then that means they have earned themselves 10 points. So you are just adding up your points to get to each location and trying to get to each location and win the challenges in order to win the game. So that is my game, and it's still a work in progress, so I hope you guys enjoyed.